Thank you so much for joining me. This is Natasha L. Brown, your holistic evangelist, host of My New Peace Radio, as well as holistic advocate. And we are live here on Blog Talk Radio / My New Peace. And I am the founder of New Peace Wellness. And you can find us online at Facebook, New Peace Wellness with Natasha on Facebook, as well as at my website, whathappenedtoyourlastmeal.com. And we are back on Blog Talk Radio. We've been gone for a while, but we are back and we are simultaneously live on YouTube as well. So you can catch us in both places. And on YouTube, you can do a search for Natasha L. Brown as well as New Peace Wellness, and you can pick us up there either way. This week, we will be dealing with how to boost and maintain your personal energy. And just want to read our disclaimer. This is an informational session. I am not a medical professional. This broadcast is used to assist you in starting and maintaining your holistic journey in the right direction. And as always, please seek medical attention from your primary care physician if at all needed. And if you are not following me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube, then you don't know much about me. So let me introduce myself. I am a healing evangelist, holistic advocate. I educate primarily women on how to reverse disease and create a self-healing machine. I'm also the healer. I am also the author of 4 self-empowerment books, and you can find those at natashalbrown.com under the book section. So that way you can purchase those. Many of my books are on Amazon, so you can just search Natasha L. Brown. And if you are listening to this somewhere other than Blog Talk Radio / My New Peace or YouTube, definitely go ahead and do a search for Natasha L. Brown so you can connect with me. And if you have any questions, that's the best way to do so. Again, our topic this week is how to boost and maintain your personal energy. So, our bodies restore energy best when we have the right balance of sleep, nutrition, movement, purpose, passion, and social connection, along with having fun. And fun definitely is always a big one. And many times we miss that just in general because we get busy with everyday life and we forget to have a good time. So definitely fun is something that we need to bring back into our sphere so that we can make sure that we are living a holistic life. And with those different energy boosters that I just named, that is a way to help your body be the optimal self-healing machine that it is. So whatever you give your body is going to respond and give you what you need. So definitely make sure that you are providing your body what it needs in order to thrive. And we'll break down each one of those sections as we go along. So the biggest challenge to restoring and maintaining our energy would be one of the major problems would be developing balance. And many people have unconscious routines. We do things on a regular basis every day out of habit, but are we conscious of what we're doing? Are they productive habits? Is it getting us to our goal, our daily goal, as well as our short-term and long-term goals? Is it working for us? And if you never do a self evaluation, you are not sure whether it's working or not. So keep that in mind as we go forward. Personal balance is going to be an energy booster. And this is required to have your optimal personal energy on a daily basis with that exchange. What are you putting in? What are you getting out? So, and this combination is going to be unique for everyone, just like what we should be eating. What works as far as meals for one person may not work for another person. So, being individualized, that's why it's good to make sure we are self-evaluating. Knowing what to do and knowing how often to do it brings about the balance, and it's definitely the recipe that you need in order to maintain your energy. Because if you do self evaluation and monitor consciously what you are doing on a regular basis, this will allow you to know what is working and what needs to be eliminated. So, some things you want to do to maximize your personal energy again is evaluate. Evaluate. Take the next 7 days and evaluate what is working for you, how it's working for you, how much of it is working for you, and those things that are not working for you. Go ahead and eliminate those things. One of the main factors is going to be sleep in having the proper energy. So, you need enough restful sleep to feel refreshed. Tracking your sleep routine and adjusting based on your energy will begin your day with a strong foundation and manage and give you a way to manage your energy throughout the day. So that way you won't have optimal energy at the beginning of the day, and then after lunch you just can't do anything. So you're probably getting the right amount of sleep if you feel sharp, mental, functioning through the day. You have abundant energy, freshness, positive moods, as well as consistent and alertness without having to take something to get you to that point. So, if you are experiencing fatigue, dullness, poor concentration, then you did not get enough restful sleep the night before. Knowing your sleep number is definitely vital, and that's something I always stress as a holistic coach and a healing evangelist. Restful sleep, knowing that number, and making sure you have a sleep routine. Is your bedroom conducive for sleep? All of those things play a part in making sure our energy is appropriate for the next day. So again, you are listening to My New Peace Radio here on Blog Talk Radio / My New Peace. And you are listening to Natasha Brown. I'm your host of this radio show. And if you're watching the broadcast on YouTube, we appreciate both social media platforms, and definitely thank you for joining us. Our next optimal area for producing that personal energy would be nutrition. So sleep and nutrition, those are two main things that I always talk about, because as a holistic coach, just the body is not going to do if you're not giving the body what it needs. So nutrition, there are so many ways to eat. You have keto, you have vegan, Mediterranean, intermittent fasting, gluten-free, just on and on with the different they're called diets, but I say food lifestyle, because once you find out what you need to be eating, what works for you as far as nutrition, then it should become a lifestyle. It shouldn't be a diet. It should be a food lifestyle. So know what works for you and how often you should eat. Do you need snacks? If so, how many snacks per day do you need? When should you be eating your snacks? All of that is very important. Are you hydrating during the day? How much hydration do you need? Is half your weight in ounces good enough for you to make sure with your nutrition you are having the proper bowel movements? You are urinating, and what color is the urine? Pay attention to your bowel movements as well. The consistency, the color, how often. If you don't have a regular schedule, especially first thing in the morning with your bowel movements, definitely you want to consider what you are eating throughout the day. So all of that is key. Also, track how you feel after each meal. And if you don't feel at your best, if your energy is not high, what did you eat? What can you eliminate? What do you need to add? So all of that plays a key role. So we have sleep, we have nutrition, and then movement. Exercise is vital. And you don't have to go to a gym in order to get what your body needs as far as the exercise. So our bodies were created to move. Are you moving your body? This is not only exercise like running, swimming, but it can also be gardening, getting out in your yard. Listen, just a few things that I've done on my own, it has really worked my entire body. You're sore the next day, so that is a form of moving your body as well. But if you are sitting for extended periods of time, definitely you're going to have to be more conscious of getting out and moving, because our body needs that movement. We want to make sure we are building and maintaining muscles, depending on your age, especially, so that your body can do what it needs to do. And I won't say a myth, but for lack of a better word, it's a myth that if you believe that as we mature in age that the body has to begin to break down, that's a myth. That's not true. If you are working your body, if you are moving your body, if you are utilizing your body, again, if you're sitting for long periods of time and after you get off you're not conscious of moving your body, you are training your body to begin to break down. You're not utilizing your entire body. So definitely make sure you are moving your body. Get that blood circulating. Get your everything going. And just taking a brisk walk will help you mentally. Forget about what it's going to do to you physically, but mentally it will help you. So those are some things you definitely want to keep in mind. As far as your energy is concerned, you want to definitely get moving. Exercise is beautiful, but conscious movement is what we want to do. So that's three: sleep, movement, and then you want to spend time in nature. If you live in the city, then you're going to have to be conscious again of finding places where there are green spaces, and a lot of your cities have green spaces now, and get in touch with nature. Get out. You may not be able to go out into the wilderness and what's called forest bathing and soaking in all of that energy. But if there's a green space, you can get into with the trees, and a lot of your wildlife is going to be in that area. Depending on where the green space is, you may see a number of different things. So definitely make sure you are getting at least 20 minutes in nature. The vitamin D is going to do us well, especially in the spring and summer when you have the longer days. And now is the time to be preparing your body when it's warmer, to prepare your body for the cooler seasons. So definitely keep in mind to get outside, get into nature. If you're not going to be out in the dirt working in your yard or doing different things that require you touching the earth, just get out and make sure you are in nature. Get the sun in. That vitamin D is needed. All right, so spending time in nature, movement, nutrition, and sleep, right? Okay, so we have those. Relationships, major energy drainer if you are in the wrong relationships. Many people have the relationships at work where they are, it's, work friendships versus a true friendship. And maybe you have people at work that you're not getting along with. Every time you see that person, your energy shifts and not in the positive. Definitely find out what you can do to improve that relationship. What is it that you need to be doing to make sure that the relationship is feeding both of you, giving both of you what you need, not just taking from each other? And that a lot of times, if you're in a take relationship, that's where your energy is going to be drained. So definitely keep those things in mind. Relationships, you have lived, you have wisdom, you have things to share with others, especially mentoring someone that is new in your industry. It doesn't necessarily have to be someone younger in age. If someone is just starting in your industry, mentor. That is a great way to boost self-confidence, both parts. And it is a great way to get into a space where you are not drained, because if you're operating in your purpose, that is definitely one main boost of energy. So you have lived wisdom where relationships are concerned. So are you willing to share it? And you've likely experienced people who make you feel drained after talking to them or encountering them. Sometimes just the thought of that person can drain you or make you not feel at your best. So how do they make you feel? How are you inspiring people? When people see you coming, what do they feel, right? So spend more time with people who have contagious energy that lift you up, and that both, it's a reciprocal relationship. You both can share and you both can get something out of it. Also, another great booster of our energy is having purpose, having meaning in life. So find a cause that speaks to you and become involved. Research indicates that having a sense of purpose in life is connected to longevity. So, and that's, it, research didn't even have to prove that, because many of your people, once they retire a year or two, the mortality rate is definitely higher if they don't have a purpose. But if you already have a purpose, once you retire, you jump into that purpose and you thrive. Again, that mentoring, if you have someone that you can mentor in the industry you are currently in or were in, gives you purpose. We all need purpose. We were put here with a purpose. So we have to find that purpose and we have to walk in that purpose. And sometimes we're pushed over into the purpose, but definitely make sure you are operating in it. So find your purpose, find your meaning in life. Make sure you have the right relationships. Spend time with nature. Movement is going to be vital, nutrition and sleep. So these are things that we are dealing with today with our topic, how to boost and maintain your personal energy. And I am Natasha L. Brown, your host of My New Peace Radio. So definitely thank you for joining us here on Blog Talk Radio, as well as on YouTube. Our next one is meditation and prayer, spending quiet time to reflect. If you don't ever say anything, getting a journal and just sitting quietly and listening. Sometimes your body is telling you what's going on. You know whether you're sick or not, physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. Your body gives you warning signs. It whispers. It will talk. You don't want to get it to a shout, because usually that is when you are being diagnosed with something terminal. So listen to the whispers. What is your body saying? That the prayer and meditation time, having a devotional time set aside, depending on what type of work you do throughout the day or what you're doing throughout the day, you may need more than one time to sit quietly and evaluate, listen. Self-evaluation is a great time to do that during your prayer and meditation time. Listen to what the God in you is telling you. What is God saying to you? What directions are you getting? Make sure you have something to write with so that you can write out what instructions you're being given. Experiencing energy depletion like stress, confrontation, fear can leave you feeling drained. Meditation allows us to be more effective to recover from acute stress. As shown in many studies, this can also buffer from the damaging physical impact that repeated stress has on our body. You know, a lot of times we don't think about that, but stress has become a diagnosis. Many times, if it cannot be pinpointed what's going on in the body, it is going to be diagnosed as stress related. So definitely keep in mind that quiet time is very important. Having a time to do yoga, Tai Chi, just things that are going to make you slow down and take your time. Those are great movements that, in their classes, most places, most cities, you can find a class, or you can look and do a search on the internet and find some videos. It's probably going to be better if you do it with a group. That'll give you something to look forward to. But either way, set aside time to meditate and pray. The last one to boost our energy is we want to make sure we are having fun. A good laugh never hurt anyone. It's actually going to make you feel better. It's like medicine, is what the Bible says. A good laugh will leave you feeling lighter and joyful. It also allows you to reboost your energy by providing an action that switches off the stress response and turns up your positive energy. So keep that in mind. Just a few things that may deplete your energy. We want to go over those as well. So you know how to boost your energy, what depletes your energy. And that's why I say self-evaluation is good. Knowing what depletes your energy, knowing what time of day your energy is optimal. That's when you want to do your most difficult tasks. We regularly encounter things like stress, decision-making, multitasking, and taking the initiative, and then throw in relationships, and we have a concoction of depletion for our energy. So paying attention to the people in our lives, as well as how much time we spend with those people, would be wise. Some things that will drain our personal energy, and we must take into consideration on a daily basis. Again, self-evaluate what is boosting and what is draining. Depletions could be being attached to work through technology 24 hours a day. At some point, you need to put down your technology and disconnect from social media. Watching the news before bedtime definitely is a no-no. Gossiping, eating out of boredom, sitting all day, allowing what if thoughts to dominate your inner dialogue. Decision fatigue, that was a big one. Sometimes there are so many decisions, especially if you are constantly making decisions throughout the day in your work. A lot of times your profession may demand that. and that you can become stressed and fatigued in that area. Feeling a desire to control things outside of your sphere is definitely the source of many diagnoses. And maybe we'll do a show on that. I did that several years ago. We can do that again. Shopping therapy, which we're gonna is gonna create stress, especially if you are charging it when you're doing it. Overindulging in alcohol. So know your limits in anything. Know your limits in anything. Know how much each of these areas that you can handle before you get over into stress, before you get over into low energy. Be observant of how you feel, what time of day you need to do more conscious energy work, as well as what are you doing and where um, are you when you get that depletion of energy. So as you begin to understand that you control both your physical and your mental, so that mind body connection, mental and physical energy cycles, the benefits of fueling your body and mind with nourishing resources will bring about a positive, productive habit on a daily basis. That daily success is a big motivator. So, with open minded and curious attention on what you feel, how you feel, and what time of day you're feeling certain things, it's going to bring about an energy that is going to either raise, maintain, or deplete. So definitely keep those things in mind as you go throughout the day. What is it that you need to be doing differently? And if you are keeping a journal over the next 7 days, you should have more clarity as to what is giving you energy and what is taking your energy from you. So again, I am Natasha L. Brown, the host of My New Peace Radio. Thank you so much for joining me here on Blog Talk Radio as well as on YouTube. And if you have not connected with me, definitely see the comment section. My websites are there, as well as my a few of my social medias. So I'm Natasha L. Brown on IG, Facebook, Instagram, uh, LinkedIn, YouTube, and definitely connect. And I look forward to seeing you next week, unless we do something special in between. But next week here on Blog Talk Radio / My New Peace. And as always, know that I love you and that self-love and self-compassion are your superpowers. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a beautiful, beautiful week.